Before we begin, I would like to say that I did see the video and I heard about what's happening with Pretty Cure and Kamen Rider. And it involves some incidents with Pretty Cure, including that one incident with the actor who plays in the show Kamen Rider did some drinking as well. Most likely got herself drunk, and you might not want to know. But there has been rumors that the Pretty Cure anime will finally come to an end. Well, not finally, but worried that it will come to an end because most likely it was said that the only way Pretty Cure could end if there could be 100 magical girls in Pretty Cure. And let's not forget that Pretty Cure Idol is still ongoing, and next year will be a new Pretty Cure anime, which was linked because of the toy sales. Which has brought up to me that I had seen that the Pretty Cure manga has been meant for children, and there are multiple mangas that involve different protagonists of Pretty Cure characters, which one is your favorite magical girl from Pretty Cure, but let's talk about what's happening. I also forgot to mention that Idol Pretty Cure has got a manga adaptation, but it's not connected to the show, like with the other manga, a Pretty Cure that hasn't been connected to any of the show with new characters and the scenes that are never added or canon to the show, like with the Pretty Cure movies, including the All-Star movies. Pretty Cure Go-Go and Witchy Pretty Cure had got 2 adult sequels that involves the future of Pretty Cure and new enemies that takes a dark tone, because since it's an adult sequel, this most likely became like with the fights becoming more brutal and also the villains becoming more monstrous. Like with the Sailor Moon franchise, this series has been ongoing for years. What I'm trying to say is that the Pretty Cure manga should definitely get a manga remake. Basically, every Pretty Cure show has got a manga adaptation, but like the rest, it didn't follow the show and wasn't canon to the show at all. Like I said earlier, that many fans are worried because there are many incidents that involve Pretty Cure and Kamen Rider. So they might worry, well, who am I kidding? They are actually worried that the Pretty Cure will actually end in a couple of years because of its progress and process and what is happening right now. Plus, there has been issues with a lot of it lately, including the incidents that involve van boys, and you know what I mean. This is most likely why I was about to say that if Pretty Cure would get a manga remake, it could actually combine all of these manga that were made for each Pretty Cure show into one manga format. It would be retitled and called Pretty Cure All-Stars. Yes, I'm talking about the movies. Well, most likely not the movies, but the title from the movie. Like, it could make sense because this manga could actually switch protagonists after each saga from each Pretty Cure show into one manga format that follows the show but has new characters, including some plots that were never added to the show due to the kids' innocence. Including, like, it has some dark tones, including drama and family drama and other sources that involves like teenage life, growing into adulthood, and serious choices. This is similar to Pokemon Adventures because Pokemon was thought to be a kids show but ended up with the manga because, well, okay, the manga is not a kids manga. In truth, the manga has trainers trying to kill each other, Pokemon getting killed and are dying, including family drama, and etc. etc. It also has different protagonists of each saga after the end of each arc, which could actually be the format for Pretty Cure if it gets a manga remake. That would be titled Pretty Cure All-Stars, because each Pretty Cure magical girl will have their own arcs, including including being switching protagonists after each arc ended, including each saga ended, like with Pokemon Adventures. Why has nobody thought about this? Why hasn't the creator of Pretty Cure thought about making a manga series of his creation, Pretty Cure, into one manga format that switches protagonists after each arc ended with different magical girls telling their story? Which could have been like a lot of chapters, including a lot of volumes, like with Pokemon Adventures and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Before you go panicking about Pretty Cure coming to an end in a couple of years, don't worry. I believe that the creator of Pretty Cure will probably believe this idea could be a good idea, because we could finally get a manga adaptation that involves each Pretty Cure protagonist being switched after each arc ended. I know I've been repeating this, but I've been really thinking about it, because since Pokemon Adventures has a lot of manga that's still ongoing today, Pretty Cure should get the same treatment. Because nobody in America has heard about the show, but except for those two shows that got English dubbed, but it went horribly because the English dub was terrible. That's just my idea, but tell me what you guys think about this idea. I hope that the creator of Pretty Cure does see this video, because it's just only my idea. This could be a good chance for the manga to make a comeback, for not only for kids, but if it's not meant for kids, but try to get a new audience, because most likely some kids stopped watching the show, but some kids still love it. But it could also bring new audiences, including teenagers and adults. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about Pretty Cure getting a manga remake that is retitled Pretty Cure All Stars. And I do not own any of these pictures. These belong to the creator of Pretty Cure. And tell me what you guys think about this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell to get notified for new videos. And I'll see y'all in the next video. This is Iron Angel.